Good morning, happy Friday, Incarnate Word. I'm Father Schneier with Father Schrader, and we also have...
Your brand new Deacon, Deacon Rob Lawson. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so Deacon Lawson's been gallivanting around the United States, going to the ordination of all of his friends and classmates. So he hasn't been around the first part of the month, but we're happy to have him around now. He'll be introducing himself at all the masses this weekend. We're very happy to have him with us. He'll be with us full-time over the summer, and then during the school year, he'll be with us on the weekends and breaks because he's got one more year of seminary to go before he gets ordained a priest next May. So, yeah, very happy to have him around.
Yeah, great.
So, all right, recap of what's been going on this week.
Yeah, this is the week of youth.
Yes,
so
all of the youth.
Yeah, we've had Christpower. It's wrapping up tonight. But they've been here all week. I think like 120 kids plus another 20 or 30 college and core. So it's been great, very lively. Had mass for them every evening. And they've been going out around St. Louis to 10 different sites and helping and just bringing witness there. And then we had, 13?
I think we had about 15 kids on Kendrick Lennon Days. It's a camp for middle school boys at the seminary, Kendrick Lennon Seminary. And I was with them in the 2 sessions throughout this week. They're having a great time. The final session concludes tomorrow, so I was with them last night. They had a pool party in Kona Ice, so it was an awesome time. We'll have some pictures in the flock note, hopefully, as well, from some of these events throughout this week, just to see what's going on. Then we've also had Vacation Bible School as well.
Yeah, so 3 to 5 year olds, I think.
Yes,
something, and then all the helpers. So we've seen the whole spectrum of youth from practically just learning how to walk all the way until their parents are about ready to kick them out one way or the other for college or other reasons.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, it's been an awesome week. Things going on here at the parish. Probably our busiest week of the summer, I would say.
For sure.
Yeah. So some other updates, things that are going on. So Barb Martin, our wonderful, wonderful receptionist here at the parish, is going to be retiring. She has been with us for over 25 years.
Yeah, quarter century.
A quarter century of excellence for Barb. She is amazing. She is the first face that many people see here at the parish, or the first voice that they hear. And she has just been such a gift to our parish for so many years. So be on the lookout for a special, and we want to emphasize, surprise way that we are inviting parishioners to thank Barb for her service here to the parish. So again, we wish her well. Is she on through the...
It's kind of it's a soft retirement date, so to speak, but before August.
Yeah, before August, we would say. So and if you come around, just be sure to wish Barb well and thank her. Again, she's just such a wonderful presence here for our parish. Yeah. So what else we got?
Well, this weekend will be the Pro-Life Ministry will be selling Father's Day cards in the lobby. Donations will benefit the Birthright in Hillsborough. Make sure that you buy a card, and if you're like me, this is your last chance. So if you've forgotten for the rest of the week, here you go.
Let's be honest, Schnucks and Deerbergs are probably sold out of Father's Day cards by the time Sunday morning rolls around. You have one more shot.
True.
And again, the way that it works is there's an extra envelope inside the card to benefit Birthright in Hillsborough that you can send a donation directly. So that's how it works. But and of course, happy Father's Day as well. It's Father's Day this weekend to all of our dads who just provide so much for us and just love us unconditionally as God the Father does. So we thank our dads. We'll have a blessing for our dads this weekend as well.
Now, did you guys ever make your own cards for your dads? I'm sure.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. Do you
I
still
didn't.
do that, or?
One of the best ones was a Homer Simpson one. It was like he's on the front. He's saying, fathers are important because a child's life is at stake, and he opens up and he's like, steak. It's kind of a family joke because I like steak, but my dad appreciates.
Well, you have to meet them where they are.
See, okay, that was not a pun, really. I really don't think that was a pun. Well, what I was saying, you on the other hand, just. Rob, this is what I have to live with. Okay, just get used to this. It's like the 8th circle of hell, but just get used to it. We'll get through it together.
It's kind of his beef, if it were.
Oh my God!
We all know he secretly loves puns.
He does, yeah.
I don't.
He goes to his room and laughs.
This isn't some repression thing. No, I don't.
Well. Anyhow, we have speaking
of my own mental health.
Yeah, youth mental health first aid. That is like a little seminar or course that's being offered by our new co-principal, Susan Cunningham. on Wednesday, June 21st from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And the bulletin and website have additional details and registration info. And this is one of the things that Susan is very passionate about and has spent a lot of time getting training in is just how to support our young people who, I mean, I know every generation looks, and says, kids or whatever, but I just feel like kids have so much they have to deal with now that I know I certainly didn't have to worry about. Even just the pressure of social media alone was really, to me, I see it as a gift of not having to worry about what other people were thinking that would never meet me and didn't care about me. So anyway, Susan has this resource. If you think it could be helpful to you or the people, your family or the people you care for, please check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. What else we got?
Father Ryan Kornstrom, who was here this past year as a deacon and now I'm replacing.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Of happy memory.
Will be coming next weekend, June 25th, at the 10:30 and 6 p.m. masses to celebrate a mass of Thanksgiving for his time spent here. There'll be a light reception available in the hall after the 10:30 mass, so make sure you come by and wish now Father Ryan Kornstrom blessings.
Yeah, absolutely. And he'll offer first blessings as well after mass. It's always a great tradition to receive a first blessing from a newly ordained priest, and we're happy that he's coming back to...
especially since Father Gerber's gone, right?
No, he's gone this weekend. I'm gone next weekend.
Yeah,
folks, gone, I'm hitting the beaches of Hawaii with my family. All right, I'm going to be long gone. You're just Yeah. Anyway, so I'm glad Father Kornstrom's coming that weekend.
Yes, I am too.
So,
let's be honest, you're just trying to avoid him.
Of course, yes, I am. We had
a
major falling out at the very end of our time here, and we're no longer friends. I'm kidding.
And then Feeding Our Neighbor collection is this weekend. Non-perishable food donations can be left in the metal racks by the back door, and they've already made a good progress. It looks like there's already some good food out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Baptisms, we want to congratulate Lillian Ruth Stillman, daughter of Adam and Amanda, and Rory Francis Dunn, son of Timothy and Kirsten. Congratulations to them. And we also want to pray for the repose of the souls of Katie Joyce, daughter of Tom and Judy Gura. Mary Hawley of our parish. I had her funeral earlier this week. Eunice Welshmeyer, sister of Millie Saunders. And Bill Bowers, dad of Anna Gessling. So we pray for them, for the repose of their souls and the comfort and consolation of their families. All right, readings this weekend. Finally wearing green on Sunday Mass for the first time in 4.5 months.
Yeah,
it's been a while. I'm going to preach on the second reading. I haven't really developed this homily yet. I'll probably be writing it late tonight after watching the U.S. Open golf. But the second reading from Paul, it's Christ proved his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. I'm going to talk about just what that means for us. Our modern world denies the fall. It denies the fall of humanity. It places the blame for... We know our world is very broken. We see all that brokenness. But our world places the blame in structures that aren't us. But at the end of the day, human beings are the cause of the brokenness of the world. I think G.K. Chesterton very famously said, "What's wrong with the world? I am." And... we have to acknowledge that, and really that's the first step of receiving God's love, is acknowledging that we are sinners and acknowledging that we are broken, but also that even though we are sinners, that Christ died for us. As Paul says, it's one thing to die for someone who's righteous and someone who's really good. It's another thing to die for sinners, which is exactly what Jesus did for us. So I'm going to kind of contrast, it's not quite I'm okay, you're okay that the world has, but it's certainly a denial of the fall, that we are responsible for it, versus the Christian understanding of we are responsible for it, but Christ sees us as worth dying for and worth loving. So that's kind of where I'm going to go this weekend. Not fully fleshed out yet, but that's the general direction.
And I kind of preached on something similar this morning with the Feast of the Sacred Heart, but I think sometimes we almost forget that God's love is a complete gift, and it's not something we've earned or deserved. And when you recognize that the love you get from God is a complete gift, it's something that was given to you, that you didn't earn, that you didn't deserve, that God didn't have to, I just think your approach to God's love becomes very different. It's not presumptive, it's not taken for granted, there's this deep gratitude. So I think, highlighting that of Jesus died for us while we were still sinners, our response isn't oh yeah, thanks, or yeah, you should have done that. It becomes much more, Jesus, thank you, and I want to love you in return.
Yeah.
There's that sort of indebtedness, but not in a groveling way,
Right.
in a really just deeply grateful
Yeah.
thing, which I think is missing in a lot of our culture. There's a lot, not even with God, but even with each other.
People think I don't know anybody anything.
Yeah. It's sort of like just very. There's no, appreciation sometimes,
Right.
and can be a lack of gratitude just across everything, but especially with God, it's really not a good deal.
Yeah. So,
Deacon, you have some thoughts?
So I'll be preaching this weekend. The main theme will be sort of following Jesus' example and loving people who are hard to love. And then also, tying that a little bit into vocations, our gospel this weekend is send laborers into the harvest. And, we're coming to the tail end of ordination season, so I think that'd be a good fit, especially with Father Kornstrom coming next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are you going to use examples from the rectory of people hard to love, or are you going to keep it more vague?
Yeah, Rob, are you going to use any examples?
No, I'm going to use examples of the people I went to visit this past week.
Okay.
Of
All right.
being hard to love or easy to love. So
Got it.
Gotcha.
It's like a rating.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Yeah.
Well, and kind of building on that, perhaps especially today on Friday, we should encourage all Catholics are being asked to pray kind of in reparation for sins against love, against God.
Yeah, against marriage and family life.
yeah.
Just the sins of our modern world. And so the Litany of the Sacred Heart, there's a million, you can find it online. I could probably put a link to it on the video below, but yeah, it's just a good thing to pray on this day in particular, the Sacred Heart of Jesus that loves us so well. Pray that we can, to console the heart of Jesus. If there's one thing that sorrows and troubles Jesus is that we don't love him.
Yeah.
Is that his love goes unanswered.
Yeah.
And it's up to us to be able to say, hey, we can console you, we can love you in the way that you haven't been loved by so many people in our world today. So.
Well, and it's kind of the catalyst for this is sort of the Dodgers are honoring
being stupid.
anti-Catholic group tonight. So it's sort of like all these things coming together. So this is a chance where we practice that. Pray for those who persecute you, bless those who curse you. But it's something we want to do mindfully, not just so our hearts don't get hardened, but also to console the heart of Jesus who is hurt.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Feast of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which is today, and the Immaculate Heart of Mary, which is tomorrow. Hope to see you around this weekend. Enjoy your summer. Take care.
God bless.
God bless.